What's up everybody, this is Limitz bringing you guys another high level Halo Wars 2v2 video. This game is going to be against Tensa and I'm not very legit. And the matchup's going to be Cutter Arby against Anders Arby. And LIMITZOFFSTATE and I, we will be running the Cutter Arby for this game. And typically Cutter Arbiter does have an advantage over Anders Arbiter, but for this particular map, Anders Arbiter has the advantage. And the reason why Anders Arbiter has the advantage for this map is Anders has a quicker tech on Gunner. She gets Gauss quicker, and ultimately she has a freeze that she can use to basically take out shielded hogs for the opposing UNSC player. So I think this is by far, besides Crevice, one of Anders' better maps. So anyways, I got my hook here and I'm fending it off for Livin to basically take. And on this map, as the Arbiter or as any Covenant leader, I usually don't like to get my temple out early. I usually go either temple 3rd or temple 4th. This game I'm going to be going temple 3rd.
Local units. Your command.
And another good thing about this map is that you can gather a lot of crates on this map. And since you have a shield on your scout, you can go to the middle of the map and collect underneath the sentinels or next to bases and not have to really worry about your scout taking damage, especially if you're a UNSC, if you have multiple hogs. But instead of this game collecting a whole bunch of crates, because that's kind of what Livin's doing, and since I got the closer spawn to the hook, I'm going to be setting my scout over there. So that way Livin can constantly be buying shields. And I know you can glitch a shield or an offensive protector or any of those units to constantly keep an eye of sight over that area, but I don't really consider that a legit thing in this game, and it kind of bugs me when people cheat the system by glitching for a line of sight over that constantly at all times. I do know a few 2s players that base their strategy completely upon that. I know Limitz is one of them. He'll glitch one of the sides for sure, and sometimes he'll glitch both of them, and that way if it gets late game or mid game, you constantly know where the hogs are coming from on this map, or you have easy access to just buying shields. So anyways, I scouted a lot earlier on Not Very Legit's base and kind of looked at how he was playing, and we're both going to be going on offense, and we both do the exact same thing here, except I have a completely different strategy in mind than he does. What he's going to be doing this game is he's going to be doing grunts and grunting my blessed pads, and I did kind of make the mistake because I put 2 blessed pads right next to each other on the right side of my base, but he did the exact same mistake. Also, I have Livin push up with me, because my idea is I'm going to have an Arbiter up there with hogs hitting his base, and that way Tensa is going to have to try and play defense because we're going to be out base damaging them, and I'll catch his hogs, so that's why I also didn't build a grunt. But this completely backfires on me and Livin, because Tensa had more hogs, so Livin kind of had to back off, and I'm Not Very Legit snuck up a turret. That was because I was having a poor line of sight on the base. But between my offensive protector and my Arbiter, I'm actually going to be able to out-base damage I'm Not Very Legit if this continues up, as long as we get a nice ram on his grunts. But what ends up happening here this game is Tensa takes his superior hog lead and tech advantage and sits right in front of Livin's base, and basically that means Livin can't get can't get any more hogs out, so we're forced to cheese right here. And that's because we can't get any hogs out of the map, and we're not going to win the UNSC tech, so we're going to get beat to Gauss as well. And so I queued up Citadel, as you guys can see earlier, and that's because I'm fearing that with quick grenadier from the Anders, they'll come to my base and take me out as well. But I'm gonna get Citadel right as Tensa walks up to my base. And right now we have the potential to be 1v2'd. I basically have to sit back and guard this base to make sure that we can eliminate the Arbiter entirely from the game.
No more waiting.
And by Tensa coming over to my base, that allowed Livin to unlock and get his hogs out. And so now we have control of both the side hooks, so Livin is shielding up his hogs. The downfall though is that Tensa does have the tech, and there's nothing we can do about stopping him really. And so Imnotverylegit's about to be out of the game here, so he's just going to start raging my pads with what money he has. I don't think they made that great of an effort to try and keep him in the game, so...
All units. Let me go. I am here. I am warehouse complete.
Now, Livin's base is actually in a lot of hurt right now.
Local units.
So I'm going to be recalling. As you can see, Livin's base looks pretty bad. And I'm going straight into rage mode here. And I'm going to go in with Livin. That's the plan. And for some reason, I don't know what happened here. There's a little bit of miscommunication. But I'm going in here alone, which is not good.
Power terminated.
So Tensa does debomb my Arbiter.
Warehouse complete.
And I'm just barely going to get out alive, but I was pretty pissed off when this happened. I got really mad at Livin because if I lose my Arbiter right there, Tensa has the possibility of just coming over, destroying my temple, and that's pretty much the game. And Livin's only on Gunner, and Livin's not going to be anywhere near Grenadier. So most likely what it's going to look like is Tensa's going to have Goss by the time we're still on Gunner. And I'm going to go back in here and rage. Livin did do a good job of stalling Tensa, but Tensa pretty much has a great idea of what we're doing and kind of just gets out of there. I'm going to rage run and continue to follow here, but it's kind of pointless. It's also not a good idea for my Arbiter to be going solo, because once again I lose my Arbiter. That's really bad because I need my Arbiter to stay with the hogs.
Local units.
So my base is also going to be needing a heal, just so nothing bad happens. We're not going to get around to that yet. What's going to happen here is we see that he has the field armory up. That means he's already teching Goss, and he's probably getting reserves. I'm going to go ahead and shield. Livin's going to be aggressive right here. And this is where we're going to have the anticlimactic ending of the game, where Tensa tries to lead Livin into a freeze and freezes all of his own Goss. And that's going to conclude the end of this game. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and have a great day.
Your team is victorious.